Hi everybody, this is Rosemaling with Art of Lise, and I'm Lisa. Okay, this is about the 9th time I've tried to start this video. It's just been one of those days. Anyway, I hope everybody is well out there, and I thank you for joining me again. Alright, I'm doing something a little different today. I'm going to work on a wine glass. I actually have one kind of on the way and moving, so we're going to play around with this. Hopefully I can get this video so you can actually see what I'm doing. Alright, let's move down this way, and you're actually going to kind of look at my chest here area, my belly area. Let's see if we can make this work. So as you can see, I've already started on this, and I've got my C strokes and S strokes. Now I'm using golds on this fun glass, and this glass was already pre-washed, and then I used rubbing alcohol on it, and I am using the Folk Art brand of paints, and I will put the paint colors in the description. So I'm still using my Jo Sonja round brush because that's just my favorite, and we're just going to kind of dive in. So I had already started this, and actually was in probably my 9th edition here that I started, but we're going to keep going with this. So when I do my glasses, I typically put 4 main flowers on. So 2 larger ones and 2 smaller. So we're going to match it. And as you can see, I can see through the glass to the other side. Now, when I'm working on something difficult or like it's not a flat surface, I need to use my pinky to help brace me and brace my painting finger here, my painting hand, so that I can just move this smoothly across. So same idea as when I am doing my normal painting on a flat surface, just with a little bit more of a challenge to it, because that just seems to be this video today. Oh my gosh, I have been playing catch up in my orders, in my commissions. You would think with having all this time at home that I would have lots of time down in my studio to actually work on the stuff I need to work on. And well, I don't know about you guys, but with everybody home, you know, my time doesn't always get to be my own, but not complaining. Not complaining at all. It's a wonderful thing. But okay, I love how I stick my face in there. Anybody who's new, I have this tendency to pop back down. Anyway, so I am seriously in heavy-duty painting catch-up mode and trying to get my different commissions done and some other pieces that people are looking for, like butterflies. Butterflies are on their way. They're almost ready to fly out of here. And then I also have... well, do you know what? This might be, if you're interested, I'll do my dollar horses next week. So then, you know, we also had, I just needed some time with family. I was able to go spend some time with my parents and my brother in the last week or so. So that kind of knocked my video out for last week. And then we've had a little other bumps in the road. You know what? God always has a plan, so we're just going to go with it, but wasn't quite what I expected. I won't go into it, but you know what? We each and every one of us have things that happen, and we just have to go, okay. It's all in God's hands. So, but in the meantime, I can keep painting. So, as you can see, and if you go back to some of my past videos, I'm literally utilizing all the steps that I've done before. My C strokes, my S strokes, and I'm just working them around here. Now, again, I'm trying to be careful to not get the paint on me and not get my fingers into it, which isn't always easy with something that's an odd shape. I mean, most of the time we're used to working flat down on the ground. So these are always fun and challenging to do. And I maybe I said it already, but I typically do these in sets of 2 because most of the time people want to have, you know, 2 as opposed to 1. Okay, these are looking pretty good. I've got some nice little flowers in there. All right, so believe it or not, I'm actually at the point where I can detail. So I'm going to take my brush, and as I've mentioned before, I have a piece of wet paper towel in plastic wrap that I can put my brush in so I don't have to clean it right off. And I've got my nice little 10-0 liner. This is a Jo Sonja one, but there's a great one by King Art. They don't make the, Loew Cornell doesn't make the Jo Sonja ones anymore. So, but I will put, again, in the description, suggestions for brushes. All right, ready? We're going to get into the detail. So same as what I would do on a bigger piece. I want to add variety. So I'm going to want thick and thin, light and dark. It's fun to put some little dots in there. And as you can see, I'm using this pinky of mine to give my hand stability so I'm not all over the place, because if I'm like this, I might be a little shaky. All right. This does take a bit of practice. It's the same technique I'll use when I'm working on Christmas ornaments or egg cups, anything small. And again, I'm using, because I'm holding it against my body too, I can keep the glass steady as I go here. Okay, let's bring this up this way. The detailing is usually what sometimes takes longer than the basic stroke work, because the details are what gives your flowers their definitions. And for those who have been with me before, you know, I don't use my detailing as outlining per se. I will outline some of it, but it's really, just as I said, it's detail. You know, when you look out at nature, God doesn't make everything in perfect formation. It is perfect, but it's not like all symmetrical. And sometimes, you know, symmetry is very pleasing to the eye, but this has its symmetry in the 4 flowers, but within it, it has variety. And isn't that one of the beautiful things with life? Beautiful. Don't ask where that came from. All right. Just keep working our way around. You know, it's just fun to experiment. You can find glasses at a lot of different stores. I like glasses that have some interesting color. So these are fun with the green. I have some nice blue ones I work on. Of course, I work on plain. I have these beautiful burgundy ones I just did for somebody's wedding. Absolutely love them, and I hope they're going to be pleased. You know, it's a little crazy right now with weddings, so they had to delay it. So I truly hope they like it. All right, let's go to this bigger flower. So now it's drier, so I can put my finger on top. That's the nice thing with acrylic paints, is they do dry faster. Okay, so I don't think I mentioned it yet, but maybe I did. So if I did, please forgive me for repeating myself. So these glasses, once they are dry, usually give it a day or 2. Then I will bake them in the oven at 350 degrees for a half hour. I'll put them in the oven cold on cookie sheets and then turn the oven on to 350 and let it go in there. And usually I leave it in there for about a half hour. I turn the oven off then and just let the oven cool with the glasses inside of them. And that bakes the paint onto the glass. Okay, let's come around this way. So then, once they've cooled, I take them out. I'll have them out for a day or so. And then I have a non-toxic varnish that I use, the Jo Sonja varnish. And I will go over the paint strokes themselves because acrylic dries flat. So I want it to have a little more shine to it. And then I bake them for a second time. So that does give them extra durability. Now I always say to anybody who buys my glasses, though, I would still hand wash them. I don't know if they would really, I think they would get too battered in the dishwasher. So err on the side of caution. All right, so now we've got 2 done. Let's get to this third one here. And it's just fun. I'm just working my way around. I typically will only do a couple glasses. If I do glasses, I'll typically, well, of course I do glasses, but I'll typically only do 2 or 4 at a time because I find my hands get a little too cramped up. So I need to give them a little break. It's the same with doing ornaments. I try not to do so many in the same day because I'm just kind of crunched up. I'm kind of wearing my shoulders are up by my ears, wearing them as earrings, as I like to say. All right, nice little dots there. Again, I'm just adding some nice detail to this, nice variety. I find these to be just very elegant. Kind of pretty. You know, I like to have things that people will hold on to for a long time. Heirloom pieces are just so much fun to paint. Stressful too, because you want to make sure you're doing something that a family will love for a long time. Just working on a piece. Actually, I'm working on 3 pieces that are like that right now. So I had one of those days where I think I've been in the studio for about 15 hours today. And I think I've been successful. And sometimes I don't know. And then I feel guilty when I've been down here for so long that I haven't spent time doing stuff with my family. I'm sure you guys understand that. All right, let's pull that up and around. We also are at the point where one of the galleries I'm in, actually 2 of the galleries I'm in, are getting back up and opened again. So I'm trying to get those pieces pulled together too. And once again, I've procrastinated. But as they say, you know, if you wait to the last minute, it won't take that much time to get it done. Haha. All right, let me come back around. You know, but all is well. I say my prayers every day and just work my way around. Oh my goodness, like these little flowers. I hope you're enjoying watching the brush go. So now if you're doing this at home or playing with your brush strokes that we've talked about before, it's the same idea that I'm doing on this glass that I do on paper. It's that airplane coming in, I'm pushing it down and pulling it up. It's coming down for a landing and then taking back off. Up, go nice and slow to a stop and then off. Coming down and up. So it's the same exact thing, just on a different surface. Let's see here. Here we go. If any of you out there have some ideas that you would like to see me paint, you know, please shoot me a comment. I'd be happy to try to do that for you. Like I said, it was a little hard this week to come up with an idea. Sometimes I feel like if I repeat myself too much, I don't want to be boring. And then, you know, you guys want to see more of the projects that I paint? Is there something with surface prep you all would like to see? I think there is something I want to do with prepping the wood with wood fill, just to show you how I do that. Okay, so now we're just coming around here. And as you can see, I'm not following the strokes perfectly. I like a little variety, as I said before. Okay. That's kind of nice. Well, let's come up here and add a little bit more here. Alright, so this is how I do my glasses. They're a lot of fun. Then I'll also add, obviously, a little bit of paint down here. So let's see if I can do that and you guys can see. So I'll put a little dot. Then match it on the other side. I'm eyeballing here to try to make it as close as possible. Let's see. Put some nice little stroke work there. And we'll do the same on the other side here. Try not to paint my fingers. Oh my goodness, the other day I was painting and I ended up, I don't know what I did to myself, and I went to the supermarket and my friend the cashier was like, do you realize you have blue paint like across your face? I'm like, oops. Never fails. Alright, let's come on this side. Match it up again. Now I'm trying to hold this so you guys can see it, so it's a little more wobbly than I'd like. Okay. See if I can get the, well, you kind of get the idea. It's going to be a little hard for me to do the other side. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this time with me and my glasses here. So like I said, these will end up going into the oven. It will get baked and they'll kind of go from there. I want to thank you all again for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. I hope to put out 2 videos next week and get back on my Tuesday-Friday schedule. Again, if you guys have any ideas, please send me a message. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you're new here and you enjoyed it yourself, please take a moment to hit subscribe. Remember, it's just paint. God is good, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.